Good evening, friends. Today we will discuss about the thermal engineering. Myself, Mr. P. Shivakumar. We are dealing thermal engineering. First of all, what is meant by thermal engineering? It consists of thermodynamics, applications of thermodynamics, IC engines, refrigeration and air conditioning, and heat transfer. Mainly, all thermal engineering subjects is based upon the thermodynamics. First of all, what is meant by thermodynamics? Thermodynamics means it is a combination of two words. It is a thermo and dynamics. It is a one of a physics basic concept. We are studied school level in 8th class or 9th class. In 10th class we are studying about the basic thermodynamics, and it deals with thermo means heat and dynamic means work. And finally, what you understood by this means thermo means heat and dynamic means work. That means thermo is heat energy and dynamics is the mechanical energy, or you can call it as a work energy. That means in thermodynamics it deals with how heat energy is converting into mechanical energy. First of all, why you are studying converting heat energy into mechanical energy? Let us understand one example. With this example, you can understand why this heat energy is converting into the mechanical energy. If you take a electrical bulb, that electrical bulb, it is whenever you switch on that electrical bulb, only it consumes 10% of electrical energy. Remaining 90% of heat energy is wasted. At that time, one of the scientists, Joule, it is observed that heat energy neither created nor destroyed, but one form of energy is converting into another form of energy. At that time, the Joule understood that heat energy is converting into the somewhat mechanical energy. It is came from the one idea that is leads to the thermodynamics. That means how heat energy is converting into the mechanical energy. But you convert heat energy into mechanical energy, it have follow certain rules and regulations. That means it is to abide the certain laws. That's it leads to the laws of thermodynamics. That's why we are starts from a laws of thermodynamics. Initially, from the definition, thermo means heat and dynamic means work. Heat is also energy and work is also energy. Heat, it is energy is joule, and work energy is also joule. Heat energy is converting into the mechanical energy. From the directly first law of thermodynamics, we have stated that heat and mechanical work are mutually convertible and transferable. That is from the basic definition. You are studied first law of thermodynamics and is followed by the second law of thermodynamics. But we are studied zeroth law of thermodynamics. Each and every case we are studied very foremost cases also. But zeroth law is invented after second law of thermodynamics. Finally, we come across with a four laws of thermodynamics. Finally, we come across with a four laws of thermodynamics. One is zeroth law of thermodynamics, and first law of thermodynamics, and second law of thermodynamics, and finally the third law of thermodynamics. Each and every law of thermodynamics, it is having a one significance. That means zeroth law of thermodynamics indicates a temperature, first law of thermodynamics indicates internal energy, and second law of thermodynamics deals with entropy, and third law of thermodynamics is at absolute 0 Kelvin, entropy does not exist. That means each and every law of thermodynamics it have its own significance. This is the introduction to the laws of thermodynamics, and in further class we will discuss about each and everything, and some basic terms in thermodynamics. That is mostly we accomplished with the system, surroundings, and boundary. Okay, understood by this example. See here, this is known as a system, and system it is a inside the pot, and it is also called as concentrated pot. What's happening in this case? This is the outside part, it is a surroundings, that means it is external to the system, it is known as surroundings, and system and surroundings it is separated by a one thin layer. That layer is known as boundary. That boundary it is maybe inside, maybe flexible, maybe movable. Okay, this is the introduction to the system and surroundings and boundary. Best example you understood by this, easily understood by this example. You take a gas cylinder. Okay, that gas cylinder, the boundary is fixed. That boundary it is a cylinder wall. Inside it is a gas will be there. That gas it will be some system, it is having some pressure, it is occupying some volume, it is having some temperature. That means it's something is happening inside that. And outside part it is surroundings, and the gas cylinder external part is a boundary. That means in these cases that boundary is very important thing. That boundary that decides separates it is a system and surroundings. Example, you take a cup of coffee. That boundary it is a coffee cup, and it is a coffee. Inside that it is a system, and external thing is a surroundings. And again, system classified into three types based upon the matter and mass, matter or mass and energy. And in the universe, each and everything is composed of a matter. Okay, suppose if you take a even our hair also, it is a composed of some matter, and it is having some energies. That means in the entire universe, everything it is a composed of some matter. Whenever it is a matter, it is having some energy. That means based upon the matter and energies, like in thermodynamics also, we are classified into three systems. One is open system, another one is closed system, another one is isolated system. In open system, both mass transfer will be existed and energy transfer will be there. In closed system, only energy transfer, there is no mass transfer. In isolated system, there is no mass transfer, there is no energy transfer. I will explain each and everything very clearly. Now let's we understand open system, what is mass transfer, what is energy transfer. For example, in the open system means that is both mass transfer and energy transfer. In open system, cold water enters into the geyser and something happens here. That means it's converting into the hot water whenever it leaves as a hot water, and that means cold water is having some mass and it is entering as a low energy, and after that it leaves as a hot water and it is having some hot water, it is having high energy. That means it is entering as a cold water and it is leaving as a hot water. That means energies are different. That means cold water it is having a more density, and hot water it is having a less density. That means energies are different. That means cold water mass enters into the system, mass leaves to the system. Here this open system it is also called as control volume analysis. That means all engineering devices are related to the open systems. That means each and every case both mass enter into the system, both mass leaves into the system. That means energy, both mass and energy enter into the system, mass and energy leaving to the system. That means these applications we are using in all engineering devices. Open system is also called as control volume analysis. First of all, why it is called as control volume analysis? What is control volume? And control volume means, suppose if you take a one cylinder like this, that means this is the cylinder. Suppose if you observe 10 mass particles, each and every mass particle enter into the system and each and every mass particle is leaving to the system. Same, the cylinder volume remains constant, the cylinder volume is not changing, but mass enters into the system, but mass leaves to the system. Only mass transfer will be happens, volume is not changing anything. That means volume is in within that control. That means you are doing, volume becomes fixed. That is like a controlling the volume. That's why we call it as a control volume system. That means open system is also called as control volume analysis. Okay, thank you.